Sorry about that. I just fucking I just updated my computer and I should have known better. I should have known that it was gonna reset all my audio shit. My bad. Fucking Rhea tip 5 and said muted retard. Yeah, I know. Fucking I'm literally looking at all my other audio shit going, "No, I'm not muted. Fuck you, Rhea." And then I look down at OBS and it's very clearly muted. Fucking absolutely retarded. Yeah, so Mexico's on fire right now. like like he's on fire. He's very hot. He's so hot in Mexico right now. Uh Fucking as Cheeseburger 6 accurately put in the chat, uh Mexico exploded. It exploded. And we'll get to that in a minute. Once once we have more people fucking coming in. Like I kind of want to save the good stuff for when most everybody's here. So to start things off, uh Elijah Schaefer's having a normal one. Like he's having a really really normal one. Uh is this it? Yes it is. Cool. All right. Okay. So this is my repost of it saying this man is literally fucking retarded. So this is what Elijah Schaefer has to say about this email that he posted. Uh El Yogurt will be the boss. Shut up. This is an email from my brother-in-law, Eli James McGarvey. Actually, hold on. I should read this in my Elijah Schaefer fucking impersonation. This is an email from my brother-in-law, Elijah James McGarvey. Working with alleged NYC FBI informant socialite at Nero. That's Milo. By James O'Keefe. They are attempting to contact FBI Director Cash to exploit my divorce. The public needs to know this isn't just a divorce, it's life or death. Shut up, Gary. Fuck you, Gary. I'll fucking ban that man. Ban that man immediately. Oh, fuck. So, let's see if this email was described accurately by Elijah Schaefer. So, this is from Francis Moon at Proton Mail to Milo. m@milo.net. In case you ever want to send Milo fucking, I don't know, love notes or some shit. Or, like, I don't know, you want to, like, trust him with your personal information. Because he's never, ever shared that. If there's one person on the internet you can trust with all your secrets, it's Milo Yiannopoulos. Rhea said, relax, for tip 5, it said, relax with the soap opera storyline, please. No, it's getting there. Ooh, it's getting there. So, allegedly, Francis Moon is Eli McGarvey, his brother-in-law. Well, brother-in-law for now. And I would be inclined to believe him on that. Yo, what up, Spirit? I might drag your ass in here in a minute once I start talking about Mexico. Um, I know this on account of a few things. Number one, Elijah has a big mouth and blabs to everyone. Secondly, all the employees hate him and felt fucked over because he lied and has left them in a really shitty situation, and so they have told me the gaps they didn't know. They have NDAs, so I can't make that public, and they are super worried about retaliation. Thirdly, I have sought out this info ever since I realized he was trying to gas me with an NDA. Fourth, I have a connect to the wife's family. You have to understand lines between work and personal lives were very thin. Regarding the wife, She is scared and worried about the custody of her children. Honey, you do not need to be worried about custody of your children. Elijah Schaffer has done everything in his fucking power since that divorce became public to undermine any possibility of him having even fucking part-time custody. A judge is going to look at his fucking behavior. They're going to look at his fucking behavior and immediately fucking go, that guy's manic and fucking crazy. Supervised visits. He will attack her for anything that comes out. He will try to sue me for sure, but if it's related to the divorce, he'll get nasty with her and do everything to fuck her over and the kids. The only thing she cares about is full custody. To see him as little as possible, and no one trusts that guy with the kids, so we can't let that happen. I'm also concerned about that. If she loses custody, those children are done. It's over, and the trust people have placed in me will be for nothing. I don't want to be. I don't want it to be about that right now. She has called the police on his wife, or he has called the police on his wife and is threatening to make FBI complaints. I don't. You. He thinks the FBI is gonna help him. So I don't know if the wife would speak. Then again, she has a public Instagram, but she is very scared and worried at the moment. If it goes to court, I don't want the judge to consider what I'm doing as interference or meddling on behalf of the wife. I'm doing this because Elijah is evil, and it's a moral responsibility. But the lawyers will argue different. I wouldn't mind if you shared it with Cash. Or this is the highlighted portion. This is the portion that shows that that he's working with alleged NYC FBI informant Nero, and they are attempting to contact FBI Director Cash to exploit my divorce. I wouldn't mind if you shared it with Cash or Alexis, but I don't want to be dragged in for questioning and everything I say put under a microscope. Not that I tell you anything I don't believe to be true, but without evidence I could get blasted for defamation. I'm the only one willing to speak out, and while others may support me, they have NDAs and want to stay out of it. They're just not the type of people to get involved. He scares people. He gets so nasty, and while I don't care about my reputation in media anymore, they still want to work in the space. If Cash and Alexis want to give me legal protection, I'll tell them everything. I'll testify. I just don't have money or time to deal with lawyers and suits against me. Elijah's already trying to make it so I can never enter the country again, and that's something that I want to avoid. So right there, they were attempting to contact FBI Director Cash to exploit my divorce. That's not what that paragraph says. That paragraph says, yeah, I don't really care if you fucking take this to Cash Patel or his girlfriend. I don't really give a shit. But I don't want to talk to those people unless they can give me legal protections. That's not somebody who wants to contact the FBI. That's someone who doesn't care if the FBI gets contacted. Those are two very different fucking things. Exploit your divorce. Nobody's exploiting your divorce here. That's not what this is. This is the brother-in-law, a woman's brother, trying his best to make sure that his sister, who's obviously going to go through an ugly divorce, has the least ugly divorce that she possibly can. That's not exploiting your divorce, idiot. They're not using the divorce for something else. This is a person who wants the divorce to come out to end favorably for the sister. You're a fucking retard. And he's even more fucking retarded for posting this. You have no fucking idea. He is so fucking stupid. You are right. If you put it to Elijah, he'll spurg, which he did. But he'll know exactly who spoke to you and then go full into attack mode. That's why I got that recording, so it wouldn't be me alleging, but Sarah confessing. I was hoping they would fight it out and leave me out of it at least initially. Okay, so here's something that maybe implies that this might not have been the brother-in-law. Hold on. My audio settings did get reset. Checky, fuck, people, fuck. All right. What are the circumstances where Elijah's brother-in-law would be talking to Sarah Stock? What are those circumstances? I don't believe. Actually, you know what? Now I'm kind of inclined to believe that this might not be the brother-in-law. And if that's the case, it's just somebody who actually knows what's going on behind the scenes and maybe does know the wife. I have a connect to the wife's family. So, like, maybe is friends with maybe is friends of the brother-in-law. But it's like I fucking all in context, it doesn't really seem like it's the brother-in-law. It seems like it's somebody that's has some like friendly relationship with the wife's family and just knows what's going on behind the scenes and knows that Elijah is a giant piece of shit. I really wish I could remember if fucking Royce and Merce told this story or not on the air. I'm pretty sure they did. You know what? Fuck it. I don't think they'd care. And if anything, I'll just apologize later. I don't think they'd give a shit. Bro, anybody who has been around Elijah, like, in a, like, in any kind of way where it's not on a show, knows that this dude is bullshit. He's absolutely fucking bullshit. When fucking Royce and Merce were out there, this motherfucker was, like, bragging about, like, doing coke and shit and, like, being at a strip club and, like, hitting on bitches and getting pussy and all kinds of shit. Was, like, bragging and boasting about that. And then as soon as they hit live, the first thing out of his mouth is, "So I was at church on Sunday." What up, Carrie? Fucking good to see you, bud. I miss your fucking name in chat. Legitimately. I'm not, like, kissing your ass. You need fucking make a Rumble account, you stupid bitch. Oh, you already have a Rumble account. Or you just choose YouTube when available. My bad. Enormous. Ernomius. Sorry. Ernomius said Elijah reminds me of this meth head friend of mine from Jacksonville. Yeah, he's like a gay meth head. I was hoping they would fight it out and leave me out of it, at least initially. You have to be careful about the stuff you press him on because I told you stuff from NDA people too and friends close to him. If it's only the stuff that I witnessed and know, Sarah Stock, go for it. But I did give my word to not drag the others. Basically, if it all falls on me, I don't care. That's the risk I'll take. I just don't want the employees or wife to be further threatened and harassed with legal stuff. You can go crazy with the Sarah stuff. That can all be explained on my side without implicating anyone. Even if you just asked him about Sarah, he would freak. This line right here is why Elijah Schaffer is an absolute fucking retard for posting this. This is so goddamn funny. If you made an allegation with to proof, he'd dig himself the most insane hole and make up such an amazing story that when you presented him with the evidence, he'd look like a fool. He's doing exactly that. This dude has tried to spin this story into, no, but actually, it's the Jews at the tippy top of the country trying to take me down because I spoke out against Israel. Nigga, nobody watches you. Nobody watches your shit. You are no threat to fucking anyone at all. Do you think they're going to try to ruin your fucking life before they fucking go scorched earth on Fuentes? What are you fucking talking about, dude? This motherfucker is legit trying to spin this as the people at the top of the nation are trying to take me down because I'm dangerous to the narrative. They're trying to end my life. This motherfucker is trying to claim that his entire marriage, I swear to God, he's trying to claim that his entire marriage was a fucking honeypot. In another fucking post, he claims that the entire marriage was just fake. He legit is trying to convince people that his wife, that gave him, like, what, 3 kids, was an Israeli spy sent to take him down. Because everybody knows Elijah Schaffer, and Elijah Schaffer is really shaking things up and ruining the Jew plan. He's a fucking, like, the only people that are dumber than Elijah Schaffer right now are people that believe Elijah Schaffer. If you let me know what details you're going to press him on, I can tell you if it's NDA or my testimony. Also, there's a lot of hints he gives off in his show that could just be you figuring it out. He mentions divorce a few times and friends fucking him over. If you are paying attention, he's not subtle at all. Was this email in any way even remotely close to what he claimed like he was proving by posting it? Is it even remotely close to that? Elijah needs rehab in Jesus. Bro, he just needs to go the fuck away. I don't think anything's going to help this fucking dude. He's a legit megalomaniac. He is so crazy and narcissistic. It is fucking insane, dude. He is the... I swear to God, Virgie said Gary. I guess he said Carrie. I said Carrie. But also, what's up, Gary? Fucking, he is like the fucking quintessential stereotypical narcissistic gay man. Like, if you fucking, like, if you look at him and his behavior through the lens of, oh, this is a gay guy with narcissism, like legit diagnosable narcissism, not your ex-girlfriend saying that you're a narcissist, like, if fucking, like, all of it makes sense. All of it. Every bit of it. I came over here to investigate. Renee said, first of all, through God, all things are possible. So jot that down. That's from Always Sunny. I mean, I guess, dude, but I mean, it's not that I guess. Obviously, yes, through God, all things are possible. But I don't think he's capable of actually accepting Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. I don't think he believes any of that shit, dude, at all. Like, even in the slightest. He's a performative Christian. He is the dictionary definition of a fucking grifter. Bro, he's literally retarded. And some of his replies are just fucking LMFAO, you're getting divorced because you cheated on the mother of your children. Not even close to the truth. It literally is. It literally is, though. Uh, Milo is pure scum. I can't wait till he goes to prison and he can't either, given his love of being anally sodomized by black men. Fucking man, come on, dude. Corey Purrs are fucking illiterate sometimes, dude. My upcoming video with damning receipts from my political enemies will disprove everything stated by Milo. It will be in the Louvre. It's so well done. Milo is a drug-addicted pedo and diseased homosexual who needs to pay for his sin. God forgive him. Outside of the pedo thing, I think you're projecting. Oh, this is really funny. You're a degenerate alcoholic that ruined 2 families, and you don't seem to want to accept responsibility for that. This guy right here. This guy said that, right? To which... Oh, hold on. To which Elijah Schaffer said, "You're fat and feminine." This guy told this guy that he's feminine. Elijah Schaffer calling anyone effeminate or feminine is fucking so goddamn funny, dude. Real ones never doubted you. They all doubted me. You think I wouldn't prove them wrong? Stupid bitches. What exactly are you drinking prior to posting? He's smoking meth. I actually believe that Elijah Schaffer is quite possibly smoking meth. Like, he's got, like, straight up fucking, like, these are very methy behaviors, dog. Like, coke makes you paranoid, but it makes you paranoid while you're doing the coke. Meth turns you into a fucking paranoid schizoid for all the times, for always. Are the Jews in the room with you now, Elijah, right? These Jews shit in my pants! Not right now, honey. Not right now. Hold on. Hold on, I have to heat this girl's fucking pizza up. She's tired, so everything is hurting her feelings like I kicked her fucking cat. Hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. My daughter has been on that bullshit all day. Yeah, dog. Like she has terrible fucking timing, dude. Where like she just waits until like the worst fucking time to ask me to do shit for her. And this little bitch has had like everything today. Grandma took her ass to the mall. She got a bunch of shit. She got toys and shit and fucking then we went to the like thank you, baby. Um Hun, go on. No, go on. I love you. She got to go to the fucking mall with her grandma. And so we took the other two to fucking this like bounce house place. They basically just have like a bunch of fucking bounce houses in a fucking in a like in a fucking strip mall place. And fucking I was gonna go to the fucking range, but like they were absolutely fucking packed. So I just ended up fucking snagging some ammo. They actually had fucking 9mm rip rounds, so I fucking bought a box of those, which is fucking rad. I'm on my Tarkov shit, dog. Hell yeah. Fucking stupid expensive, dude. Basically like fucking $25 for a mag of fucking of 9mm. But god damn it, is it worth it? God damn it. Is it worth it? Fucking here. Boop 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 boo. Boop 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 boo. Boop 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 boo. Boop 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 boo. 9mm rip. And I got some I don't remember what Hornady. It's like one of their boat tail hollow points, not the super expensive ones, but like the next step down from the most expensive ones. Some of these fucking bad boys. Bruh. Look at that fucking thing.
What that round is going to do in ballistics gelatin, which is not a good approximation of human tissue, but rather is showing you the performance of each round in a controllable medium. Now, before we do that, we're going to be chronoing every single one of those rounds because, quite frankly, companies do weird stuff when it comes to chronoing. Now, we talked about the setup. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at some of the rounds that we're going to be using today. John, I know we have a lot of different rounds here. I guess there's a lot to talk about, so you want to go down the line and show everybody what we're going to be using?
Yeah, so as a good baseline, we have AAC 124 grain. It's almost identical to NATO spec. It's on the hotter side, but just very basic FMJ ball.
This is like the Beretta M9 I shot like an insurgent like 8 times and he doesn't die.
Yeah, he's just mad that you shot him.
I'm talking about Insurgency, the game.
So next up, it's Blazer 115 jacketed hollow point. That's like, it's not plus P, it's just the most basic hollow point that everyone has a couple boxes of laying around.
The Walmart special. You can buy this almost everywhere, and we're going to see how
it performs
to some of the, like, I guess you'd say proven performers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So next up is another 115 grain hollow point, and it's Hornady Critical Defense. It's also not plus P, but because it's meant for micro 9mm, it doesn't really need to be plus P.
It is interesting that it is a filled cavity in comparison to the hollow points. So each of those rounds is going to be traveling through a t-shirt, which previously in our videos have shown to be a problem with the traditional hollow points. So I'm interested to see how these all perform.
So after that, we have two very proven performers, particularly with the officer-involved shootings. 124 grain Spear Gold Dot, very good value.
That was like the round back in the day.
The longest. And then what predated it was Hydra Shock, but now we have 124 grain plus P HST by Federal.
You remember Black Talons before they...
people would say they would go through a bulletproof vest.
Slip through your armor.
Yeah,
That's not true.
Yeah, again, another proven performer, but technology has advanced in the past forever. From there, My favorite round personally is Hornady Critical Duty 124 plus P. I know that's a new standard among a lot of law enforcement agencies right now.
Yep.
And then from there, then we got your less traditional rounds. Some of them are actually pretty solid. Some are more of a meme, I guess you could say. First one is Lehigh Defense XTP, or Extreme Penetrator. It looks like a Phillips head screwdriver. These are known to just zip like clean through gel blocks. I mean, I'm sure we'll see the same thing today. From there, a actually very impressive round, even though traditional wisdom doesn't really apply to it. The G9 First Responder.
Yep.
External hollow point. It's like the Lehigh, but with different geometry. So it just, I mean, fluid dynamics, stuff that I didn't pay attention to in school.
That's fine, John. I went to school and I'm equally retarded.
Yeah. So this was a big craze, and I think like the early 2010s maybe. The G2.
It never went away, dude.
Yeah.
The RIP ammo.
Hell yeah.
Tarkov. I use it a lot in there.
In Tarkov, you put this in a Chris Vector, you never lose.
But it's G2 RIP, or radically invasive projectile, and all these little prongs that they call trocars, but to break apart in the body immediately and cause their own wound tracks and stuff. It looks pretty in gel, but it's very, very questionable at best in a real situation. Also, just side note, I would not use that for an actual self-defense situation.
You don't know. Watching that gel, dude.
Just think about how it's gonna look in court is all I'm saying. You know what I mean? So,
I guess that's a.
but it looks mean, and that's how people think.
Is it worse than shooting somebody with horny rounds?
No, you're trying to make love, not war. So.
Now, as far as who are we, my name is Michael Jones, former Air Force Special Warfare guy, first as a SEER guy, then as a TAC P. And we got John. John spent 7 years in the Army. What did you do in the Army, John?
I was in the Army.
John was in 275. Holy crap, every time. The point is, between us, we have a good amount of military experience, a lot of shooting experience, and we're happy to educate you. As far as the test procedures, we're going to be using a Glock 19. The reason we're using a Glock 19 is it sits between a full-size handgun and some of your more compacts. In fact, most people do carry a Glock 19. It's called the professional's gun for a reason. That's why we'll be using.
Let's see if I wasted my money or not. I don't really care. I just wanted him because Tarkov, but... Did they not?
Basically, your NATO standard round.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
That shit didn't expand at all.
The tumbling, but overall, we didn't see really good ballistic expansion. With everything being said, I do have to point out that although 124 grain FMJ is not the round you typically want to select, it still did perform pretty well. We saw the combustion as...
Oh, okay. It was an
jumped towards the
FMJ.
round. It did tumble and create good expansion. It's just, that is a temporary cavity, and those are good, but your permanent wound cavity just is not as much as we typically see from a more specifically designed self and catch it. And let's see how that works. All right, we have the Lehigh Phillips head screwdriver right here. Extreme penetrator. You know, people are always like, oh, how do you know which is which? Like flathead versus Phillips? It's like, well, flathead's flat, so. Track isn't
Nobody
like
says that.
incredibly impressive, but pretty on par with many of the rounds that we've seen so far. And extremely good penetration. It did not care at all what it was going through. So this one surprised me. Not my first choice. However, not a bad performing round at all, especially given the good time. Sorry. I'm speaking to somebody about it.
And 3, 2, 1, action.
Look at that G9, look at that flowering as it enters. It immediately cracked the rib right there. As you can see, you want to get a good close-up of that. And then it looks... yucky! Through the rib, went straight able to push through that.
1, action.
Did they not even shoot the rip?
Rip, which I just don't know. Wonderful performance. Lungs, and we can see the slur traveled through the lungs here, traveled through the heart, deflected down as it came down through the lungs, and we can see the slug right there.
CZ Chad said, I remember when they first came out with the rip round. I'm surprised they're still making them. Yeah, it fucking
after just crushing
meme ammo.
Wonderful performance, just like we want to see. Next one we'll be trying is going to be G2 Rip, which I just don't know how it's going to perform, really. I'll be respected on my ranch. G2, rip, and we'll see how it does.
In 3, 2, 1, action.
Alright, here's our G2. I think the pedals, can't quite see them. Okay, so we did have it exit out to the lung right there, the little small piece. Oh, and there's one of the shards. It's kind of deep in there. So it performed like it did in gel, which makes sense because we're shooting in gel again. Hey man, you shoot them in CNS or the head, they're gonna die, but select a better round. That brings us to the end of our test so far. We've tested a lot of different ammunition types, and there's a lot of takeaways from this. I would say the biggest takeaway is that really what it comes down to is training. If you can't make the hits, if you can't hit the vital parts of the human body, well, your rounds aren't going to really matter at all. But if we are a good shooter, if we're putting the rounds where they need to go, this is where really kind of gaming the system and choosing the best.
I mean, and honestly, they do have like a good like use case. Like fucking like if like you're in a situation like like an apartment or something like that. Rip rounds actually are a pretty decent choice. Like mainly because fucking like if it hits drywall, it's gonna fucking, you know, it's gonna fucking break up. And hopefully the other side of the drywall, those fucking pedals and shit, don't fucking scream out and fucking kill somebody. Or like you have like thin walls, you live in a trailer, something like that. Fucking like that's like the best use case. Outside of that, like Hornady critical defense or fucking no, just Hornady critical defense or like the Hornady rounds. Pretty much just that. Like I do want to try some of those external hollow points though. Those look pretty rad.
Possible is really going to come into play. All of us should be trained shooters. We should all be dry firing. We should be
It's like caviar slugs, right?
familiar with our weapons. So choosing the best rounds possible is definitely in your best interest. I would say of the rounds that we tested, depending on, you know, the environment that you are, whether people are wearing thick clothing or not thick clothing, I would say both Spear, Federal, and of course G9 and Hornady Critical Duty all perform extremely well, are all proven performers. But I was also very surprised by Lehigh with their XP round. It performed pretty well actually. G2 is a bit of a meme as far as their rip round. That being said, if you hit somebody where they need to be hit, so long as it can penetrate adequately, you're still going to kill somebody. My point is train, select good ammo, and I think you're going to be fine. John?
Yeah, the only thing I'd say is if you're on like a tight budget and all you got is the good, you know, Walmart special Blazer 9mm, it's not as pretty, not as violent, but if you can get the rounds where they need to go, like you're going to be fine. So training is what matters at the end of the day.
A 9mm round is a 9mm round is a 9mm round. Getting shot is getting shot, dude.
At the results that we get, I kind of knew that Spear and Federal are going to perform so well, but I'm always impressed by Hornady Critical Duty as well as apparently Lehigh.
Any capacity to put any bullet into somebody is better than no capacity to put no bullet into somebody. Like it fucking. There is absolutely a use case for 22 LR in a self-defense scenario. You want to know what it is? Grandma. And like I fucking getting shot is getting shot. If you get shot with a 22, like yeah, it's not going to take down some crazed meth head like immediately, but they still got shot. Like it is going to fucking correct somebody's behavior pretty fucking quick, more often than not. That whole fucking stopping power, like shit, like from a pistol is retarded. Anybody telling you that, like, this pistol round doesn't have stopping power, they're a fucking idiot. No pistol round has stopping power. Like, fucking no pistol round is going to just drop somebody. Like, unless, you know, you hit them fucking in a vital, unless you hit somebody in the fucking heart, the lung, or something like that. It's or, like, hit their fucking spine. it's not gonna just fucking immediately fucking drop their ass. And that's what those people are talking about when they say stopping power. It's not a fucking rifle cartridge. Hobo said, I'm preferring to carry something in 5.7 as my EDC. I mean, 5.7 is fucking... A lot of people give 5.7 shit. At the Fort Hood shooting, the guy was running a... Fuck, what was it? The 5.7 that everybody had. The FN, there you go. He was running the FN 5.7 with the shitty, cheap... I mean, it's cheap for 5.7. The bottom barrel, cheap-ass, blue-tip fucking 5.7. One of the very first person that got to the scene was a woman, so, you know, bird bones, but he shot her in the leg, and it fucking shattered her femur. Like, fucking, it is absolutely 100%, like, it's not the fucking shitty meme that people try to lay at its feet. 5.7 is a perfectly capable fucking pistol cartridge. Cheeseburger said the old adage is, if you want to wound someone, use a pistol. If you want to kill them, use a rifle. Yeah. Think much about it. Guns are like weed. If you make it your personality, it's gay as fuck. Well, if you make any external thing like a fucking huge pillar of your fucking personality, and it's like, you know, like fucking you're a fag. That goes for anything. It's literally fucking anything. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I brought this up, Hobo, because I bought a box of rip rounds because they fucking had them. I was like, oh, no way. Tarkov, yay! Plus, I've kind of wanted some just for, like, at home. Because, like, one of the things it terrifies me is the thought of somebody, like, getting into my house, and there's pretty much, like, nowhere where I'm shooting where over-penetrating, like, a wall doesn't have a chance of fucking killing somebody outside. Fucking Gary said, can you heat me up a pizza, too? I'm hungry as fuck. Sorry, dog. Fresh out. Fucking, oh, that's why I like it. It says I'm in a bad mood. But yeah, probably not worth the money I spent on them. They're fucking so expensive. It's fucking like $25 for basically a mag and a couple fucking rounds on the side.
I'd actually start recommending that round to certain people who have problems with recoil control because it is a very soft shoot.
If you can get the rounds where they need to go, like, you're going to be fine. So
Yeah.
training is what matters at the end of the day.
Absolutely, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed this video quite a bit. We know we did. I'm always kind of surprised at the results that we get. I kind of knew that Spear and Federal are going to perform so well, but I'm always impressed by Hornady Critical Duty, as well as apparently Lehigh. I might actually start recommending that round to certain people who have problems with recoil control because it is a very soft shooting round. So, guys, if you have any recommendations on assessing different types of ammo, we are all ears. We can do a whole video on meme ammo types. We are more than happy to do so. Go and get in the comments. Tell us what you like best. And, of course, as always, stay cool.
Does the Oberhez count as a pistol? I mean, by the FTA standards. Or the FTA, the ATF. Why did I say FTA? That was retarded. I just fucking... Fuck them assholes. Start calling them the FTA. I'm a fucking idiot. Fucking Hobo said my aim is always at the grundle. Yeah, don't come at me. I'm shooting you in the fucking dick. Fucking Lucas has drilled that into my fucking brain, dog. You don't shoot people in the chest. You shoot them in the dick. But, like, look, man. Yeah, yes, rip rounds are a meme. You put 4 in somebody's, like, groin area, and the chances of their fucking artery getting severed is very, very fucking high. What are you telling me? I can't use 308 in close quarters for home defense? It's my goddamn walls. Fucking retarded. Uh I want to get some G6 external hollows. They defeat level 3. No shit. Yeah, I was just saying I want some of those external hollows. That's wild. They'll go through a level 3 plate, really? That's fucking crazy. The Walter Space Pistol? What is this?
The Walther SP22.
I hate this guy. I click on his videos all the time because fucking he always has got some like interesting gun, and like watch one video from him and I promise you will fucking feel the same way I do. I hate this fucking guy. He's such a fag.
And I assume SP stands for Space Pistol. And I
3, not 3A hard plate. Yeah, I know. I got you.
Corrected. I, like most people, have forgotten about the Walther SP22. The difference is that I really wanted one when they came out. The weird design, the affordable price point, and the fact that it fired 22 triggered a need in my younger self. Sadly, they only sold them from 2008 to 2010, and even then, they were tough to find. So I forgot about them until I stumbled on a used model, and it unlocked a core memory. Oh yeah, I wanted one of those, and by God, I snagged it up. Specifically, an SP22 M2. There is a lot going on with these guns. You'll see both Smith & Wesson and Walther markings. Smith & Wesson was Walther's importer for a number of years, and that's why those appear. As far as I know, Smith & Wesson didn't produce any parts of this gun. The gun doesn't have a slide. It has a bolt, and the assembly is covered by a solid aluminum shroud, which also contains your sights. To load and to clear the gun, you have a pair of ambidextrous cocking handles. This gives the gun a bit of a unique look, and that's what drew me in all those years ago, and that's why I still like it today. Walther made 4 of these guns, the M1, the M2, the M3, and predictably, the M4. The M1 was the standard 4-inch model, the M2 featured a 6-inch barrel, the M3 had a 6-inch barrel with an optics and light rail, and the M4 featured a 6-inch barrel with an Olympic-style wood grip, customizable to the end user. There are a few other small differences between each model as well, and we'll kind of talk about that. These guns are quite modular, at least for 2008 modular. You could add rails for optics and lights for each gun. The 4-inch models could be converted to 6-inch models with a barrel set. Weight sets were produced to reduce muzzle rise, which seems a little silly on a 22 long rifle pistol, but hey, who doesn't want less muzzle rise? Walther produced a laser sight and a red dot and a 2x scope for these guns, and TrueGlow produced a higher visibility rear sight. You could add a larger magazine release and even swap the grip modules. All you had to do was push out a roll pin, move the magazine release, and you can install a junior size grip or the adjustable wooden match grip. The front sight can be removed, and it can be rotated to 3 different positions. It's triangular in nature, and rotating it allowed the user to change its size, although even the smaller sized front sight angles are quite massive. I'm not a sports shooter or an Olympic shooter or a bullseye shooter, so I'm not sure if this sight was desirable for that reason. It tends to obscure the target a fair bit, even at moderate ranges, and I like a smaller sight for shooting small targets in tight groups. The rear sights are fully adjustable for windage and elevation, which is pretty easy with a flathead screwdriver. The controls are a little weird. The safety is a crossbolt that sits flush when it's on safe and sticks out to the left side when pressed to fire.
Ew.
The magazine release is a heel type, not my preferred type, but it's a 22 LR target pistol, so who cares? The grip is quite large for the small bullet, but it's incredibly comfortable and very ergonomic. So the magazines are very simple, single stack 10 rounders. It's essentially a P22 magazine with a different base plate. You can actually buy the P22 magazines and base plate and swap them. So that's nice because actual SP22 magazines seem to be incredibly expensive.
Gary said you're right. This guy tosses salads. I told you, dude.
$100, which is absolutely
He just
ridiculous.
talks like a fag and his shit's all retarded.
A lot like a P22, you need a thread adapter, but you can't use a P22 adapter. You need a SP22 specific adapter, which doesn't seem to be very easy to find. I can't find one, at least. Not even Numerich lists this gun for small parts. The SP22 does have an adjustable trigger, but it varies between each model. The M1 and M2 allow you to adjust the trigger sear engagement position. The M3 and M4 had an adjustable sear engagement
Hey,
position.
why don't you, like, instead of just filming the gun in different places, why don't you, like, demonstrate some of the things you're talking about, like you did a second ago with the gun
The
disassembled?
first stage position and the sear engagement force could be adjusted. Sear engagement position is adjusted by a small screw behind the trigger, and the other adjustments are done inside the gun, but were very user accessible. The SP22 series are single-action hammer-fired guns with an internal hammer. There is a hammer-cocked indicator, much like the P99, which is a striker-fired gun. These guns do feature a magazine safety and a hammer lock that requires a key to turn it on and off. I didn't get that key or any of the small tools that came with the gun. That's the joy of buying used guns, am I right? Taking everything apart is easy. It allows you to
Am I
customize the
right?
gun as well as clean it. You have to remove the front plate and the cocking handles, and the shroud just pops off, allowing you access to the internals of the gun. Predictably, it is blowback operated. I shot about 350 rounds through the gun. No fancy ammo, just blazer ammo, which tends to be fairly hot. It all cycled without a problem. You probably need that 40 grain projectile to keep this thing running reliably. Stuff like Blazer and Federal Auto Match will be your best cheap bulk option. The gun recoils more like an air gun than anything else.
Dude is just reading off marketing material. Basically.
Cocking handle pop me. Your thumb is meant to sit in front of the trigger guard, not along the shroud, which feels a little unnatural when you use a thumb's forward shooting position for all of your shooting. I'd forget that from time to time, and I got a painful reminder more than once. The gun is quite accurate. It could be better with some adjustments. I made 2-ish inch sized groups at 15 yards offhand with that cheap Blazer ammo. The entire group was obscured by the front sight, which is gonna, kind of restrict how tight of a group I can shoot in the first place. And that's about as good as I'm gonna do anyway. For me, a smaller front sight would be a great benefit. Better yet, a red dot would be absolutely perfect on this gun. At 50 yards, I can't even see the IPSC steel target I have, and that's a huge target, so I wasn't making the hits I'm sure this gun is capable of. At 15 yards, I couldn't see the largest parts of my rimfire dueling tree, so I rotated the sight to its thinnest position, and then I could see the paddles and send them spinning. But even the thinnest front sight makes this gun difficult to shoot at 25 yards and beyond. Now, with that said, the SP22 is a lot of fun to shoot. Since the sights don't move and the gun itself barely moves, it's easy to track the sights and shoot relatively fast with excellent accuracy on targets you can see. Some you won't be able to due to their size and due to the front sight size. The trigger is interesting, maybe. It's one long but smooth pull with a slight wall. It almost feels like sometimes when I pull, it's like it's the safety on because it just keeps going and going and going until the gun fires. There isn't much feedback as you pull the trigger, and again, I'm not an Olympic shooter or a bullseye shooter by any means, but I'm not sure why a single action gun has so much take-up. You can't even ride the reset to get a shorter pull because it has to fully extend the take-up to reset the trigger. Overall, the SP22 is weird in a lot of ways. It certainly looks weird, and the controls are weird, but some of the choices were weird for a target pistol, at least to me, someone who doesn't really understand the genre. The big front sight and the trigger are odd for a gun designed for punching small groups. I don't really get why that's the combination they went with. In fact, I don't know why this gun existed. It's always been an affordable gun, even at the time of its premiere. Maybe it appealed to target shooters on a budget who couldn't afford a GSP or a Pardini. I don't really know. And it really must not have appealed to many folks because, Walther only sold them for 2 years and likely didn't sell many since you don't see them all that often. As a collector of curios, it certainly satisfies me, and if you find one at a great price, then it's fun. It's a fun gun to shoot. If you wanted a dedicated target pistol or like a steel challenge pistol, there are definitely better options in the SP22. Although with that said, I am collecting all the parts I can find. So far I did secure a rail for an optic and a light, although I don't know if I'm going to put a light on it, and the weight kit. So I'm waiting for those to come in, and I think I'm going to try to deck this pistol out as much as possible, especially if I can find that wooden target grip and find someone who can carve it out from my hand. I think that'd be a lot of fun, something definitely new and interesting for me. I guess I'll be watching eBay for listings. I don't know who else to check out for that. But thank you for watching. Thank you guys for checking out the very odd and interesting SP22. It's definitely it's one of the guns of all time.
Haha, look, you hear the meme he did? This guy absolutely posts on Gun Reddit. This is a Gun Redditor. Everything about this pistol is weird. Yeah, it's a fucking... That's definitely a fucking weirdo. Okay. So... Oh, real quick before I move off from gun stuff. This thing is fucking rad.
Welcome to TFB TV's coverage of SHOT Show 2026, presented by 511 Tactical.
Fellas, this looks like something straight out of, I don't know, Fallout or something like that.
Yeah, this is a Fallout gun if I've ever seen one.
Looking at a drill battery-powered a 22 Gatling gun. Brad, what are you calling this, and what is it?
I nicknamed it the SF-22 Mini. It's a shoulder-fired minigun. Yeah.
You sent this to me a while back. It's covered by... It's fucking variable speed, LOL. Legit strapped a drill to the gun. No, you sent me the, it's from the same company. You sent me a different Gatling gun that these guys make.
It has a drill battery up front. We run the power through the rails. Motor sits back in here. We put a stock on it to make it a rifle. And then, variable speed minigun.
How does it feed?
Belt link system that we make for all of our little 22 Gatling guns, yeah.
Okay. Is this something that you're actually planning on making for and selling?
Yeah, it would be like a kit. So you'd buy the regular little 22, and then you'd buy the kit and apply it later. But you have to be like an SOT
of course,
manufacturer.
Which we actually are. So for me, yeah. So this actually interests me because I could do it. How did you come up with this idea?
I saw some guys on YouTube turning them into miniguns. I was like, well, I can make it cooler than that. So I wanted to make it shoulder fired because it's lightweight enough. And
now walk me through the kit process. Let's say I'm interested in this. You said buy one of the regular 22s. Assume that a lot of people watching this just saw.
The 12-volt Milwaukee battery is dope for the foregrip. That's the coolest thing to me is they made the fucking battery pack, the fucking grip.
Awesome this is, and they click through and they have no idea about your company, what you sell. They say, I want this. How do I do it?
You go to TipmanOrdnance.com, and then you would go to our 22 caliber Gatling gun, and then that would be your base for the upgrade kit, and then you'd have to do some machining and stuff like that because you know how the government likes us to do things the most difficult way possible.
Yeah, well, because if it were just like plug and play, then they would call it a machine gun or whatever. Before you set it down, if you would just kind of walk me through what we have here, like the sights and the Picatinny rail and the stock, so on and so forth.
So when I designed it, like I put a Picatinny rail on because this is the firing barrel. So you can put a laser right on there, and you are right on.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then we run the power down to the back, and it uses all pre-existing holes because I just took off the drill handle. I gave you new rails. They're aluminum. They're lighter weight. They don't do anything but hold the front together and stuff like that. So it's not going to do any damage to anything on the gun. And then it just uses pre-existing holes. You have to drill and tap a couple holes, But,
of course.
But yeah, so.
What type of battery life am I getting?
You're going to laugh. It's a 2 amp hour battery, so you should get about 2 hours of trigger time.
That's a whole lot of 22 to shoot.
Yeah, if you're doing 2,000 a minute, so you better have a pallet.
yeah, for sure. No, that's wonderful because I always forget to charge stuff. So, cost-wise, what are we looking at? You already kind of walked.
If Makita makes a firearm, I will own it, right?
Hey, look, you're going to buy our 22 Gatling gun. You're going to buy the kit. What's all in approximately?
I'm ballparking it right around $3,000 for the kit.
Okay.
And it'll come with everything you need, instructions and
Well, look, man, I mean, that's like half a high-end 2011. That's not that expensive, but it's triple the fun, in my opinion. So this is incredible. This caught our attention. We had to stop and bother you about it, Brad. But this is wonderful. This is the fun stuff that I like finding down here, like in the sub-level at SHOT Show. Guys, stay tuned. We're bringing you more from SHOT Show 2026.
That is certainly the wife of a man who makes firearms. Oh, fuck. All right. Boop, 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 boop. So, Mexico. Start with that one, and then that one.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox.
That's the audio, huh?
We are following some developing news out of Mexico. Today, the Mexican army says they killed a powerful cartel leader.
That's bullshit. Make it cheaper. The reason why that's so expensive, I guarantee, is just because of volume. They're not making a shitload of those, dude. They're definitely not making a shitload of those, especially if fucking it's gonna take like even the most minimal amount of machining, like on a firearm product, cuts out like so much of your fucking customer base, dude. Like the moment you go, oh yeah, you have to like drill and tap like one thing, fucking that, like there is a whole fucking swath of individuals that are immediately like, nope, can't do it.
During an operation meant to capture him. The Defense Department says the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel was wounded during that operation. About 2 hours from Guadalajara, and he later died while he was being flown to Mexico City. And this is a very powerful cartel there in Mexico. The leader now killed by the Mexican army, according to...
Okay, so some quick shit here. El Mencho was more of a, like, figurehead for the fucking Jalisco cartel. He wasn't, like, the actual day-to-day leader. He was, I mean, obviously, like, if he said to do something, it got done. Or if he said jump, they all jumped. But he wasn't really running the show anymore. He was very old at that point. I mean, he was pretty old, I think, if I remember correct. And some other people below him were actually running the show. But like he was the man in charge. Like, Defense
Department there. For more on this story, let's bring in
like a commander to their forces. Yeah, like I'm trying to find a good analogy. I'm trying to think of a good analogy to like what he really was. I mean, I would say royal family, but not really, because like they don't really have any direct control or say over anything. I don't know. Like he was in charge, but he wasn't the one making the decisions. You know what I mean? Like think like old king shit where his advisors and shit are really running the country. He's just like, he picks the people who are actually going to run the fucking show. He's not really running the show himself.
Chris Dalby, he is an investigative journalist and author of CJNG, A Guide to Mexico's Deadliest Cartel. Thank you so much for being here, Chris.
It's an absolute pleasure, Shauna. Thank you for having me.
So you actually wrote a book about this particular cartel, the CJNG. The Associated Press calls it the most powerful cartel in Mexico. The U.S. Deputy Secretary of State described the leader as one of the most ruthless drug kingpins in the world. Can you tell us more about this?
Absolutely. If you've heard about the worst of Mexican cartel violence, the most abhorrent acts, the bodies, the decapitated corpses, the videos, a lot of that begins with the CJNG.
Yeah, the CJNG are the fucking scary cartel down there, dude. Like, they are fucking terrifying. They make the Sinaloans look like fucking like fucking like they're on a missions trip, dog. Like they make the Sinaloans look like fucking saints. And that's not to say that like the Sinaloans are like weak or anything. Like, don't fuck with the Sinaloan cartel either. But like when the Sinaloan cartel has problems or they're pissed off at somebody or is pissed off about something, like, hold on. Like, the Sinaloans will, like, just go after, like, people directly related to the issue that they have. CJNG will kill every fucking thing that, like, the Sinaloans, when fucking something happens, they go to the home of the person, and then they take that person and they cut their fucking tongue out. When CJNG has a problem with somebody, they go to the house and kill everyone on the way to the house, and then kill everyone in the house, and then kill everyone who moves into the house after that person is dead and the house is sold. Like, they are fucking brutal. They don't fuck around.
El Mencho is one of the most influential drug kingpins in the last 30 years. I would put him at the same level as Pablo Escobar and El Chapo when it comes to the quantity of drugs that his organization...
He's a veteran. No, he was the actual leader of the cartel for a long time. He was the leader, and he just got too old to, like, really fucking manage everything. So he fucking put people that were, like, directly beneath him, gave them more power to run the show independently. Like, they still, like, consulted with him on things and shit. And, like, if he told them to fucking cut their shit out, they would. Or if he told them to go fucking kill everyone in this city, they would. But he just wasn't, like, in control of the day-to-day shit. He basically was, like, the CEO, the 90-year-old CEO of a company who's letting everybody else on the board run the fucking show. But if fucking, shit wasn't looking the way he wanted it to, he would fucking fire everybody. And by fire, I mean hang them.
Organization has moved in Mexico, in the United States, and further abroad. He is directly and indirectly responsible for the deaths of thousands of people in Mexico and through drugs in the United States. The problem is that while he absolutely deserved to face justice, removing him removes the man who kept the CJNG united. And while the CJNG is extremely violent, by far the most violent cartel in Mexico, removing him will likely lead to 5 or 6 of his lieutenants turning on each other and ramping up the level of violence to perhaps record levels in Mexico to control the CJNG empire.
Yeah. See, he was exactly like he said. He was the cohesion in the machine. Also, he was the one that was like keeping them from like going completely apeshit. And now they've kind of gone apeshit.
Now that he's dead, what does that mean for this operation? Who takes the lead? And will there be maybe more retaliation from the cartel now that this has?
Chris Carmen, he didn't make any moves, but no move was made without his approval, that kind of deal. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah, like, I mean, they didn't have to run everything past him. Like, he trusted the people, like his lieutenants and shit, the people that he had placed in charge. But still, like, big things, like, it would take him signing off on it for it to get done.
Happens.
President Trump has
Shauna Kalafi
rightly designated Mexican cartels as terrorist organizations. And El Mencho had a bounty on his head of $50 million for anyone giving information that led to his capture. As I said, El Mencho needed to face justice. But the kingpin strategy, as we call it, which is where you focus on removing the kingpin, the head of the cartel, and that's your sole focus, has a major problem. Because the kingpins are often the ones controlling an organization. And when they are removed, and we've seen it with Escobar, we've seen it with El Chapo, and we're going to see it with El Mencho, that unifying force, that cult of personality goes away. There are 5 or 6 leaders of the CJNG, which I identify in my book, who all have significant manpower, drug trafficking potential, contacts in the US, money laundering options, and incredible finances and weaponry that they will absolutely use if they think that they can claim a piece, if not all, of the CJNG. To my knowledge, El Mencho didn't pick a successor. To my knowledge, El Mencho didn't go to his lieutenants and say, when I die, when I'm arrested, this is the next guy. He may have done, but we certainly have no information as to that. So right now, what we're seeing in Mexico, the immediate response is what we call the narco blockades or the narco bloqueos. This happens a lot when these top guys are removed. And the cartel wants to make a big show of, burning cars and blocking highways and blocking access to the airport. That often goes away within a few days, especially because the area in which they're being violent, Guadalajara, one of the biggest cities in Mexico, Puerto Vallarta, a place that millions of Americans go to on holiday, is where the government is absolutely going to want to show we're not letting the cartel dominate this for long. After that, across Mexico, there are so many criminal economies that the CJNG was involved with. We're talking about tens of billions of dollars in criminal earnings that are now up for grabs.
Right now, we're showing some video, but you just mentioned those cars set on fire, the killing of this powerful drug lord, setting off hours of roadblocks with those burning vehicles, both in Jalisco and other states. Can you talk a little bit more about this tactic that is commonly used by the cartels to block these military operations? How big of a scale is this? We also want to show a little bit of those images of the smoke that arose from these multiple car fires today. What do you take from this reaction from the cartel, and what more can we expect?
So information coming to me in the last hour has suggested that there's been some movement there. Yes, in the hours immediately after El Mencho died, gunmen took to the streets, imposed a curfew on much of Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta. Again, these are cities in Jalisco. This is their home turf. This is where we can expect a stronger reaction. But there were videos of gunmen at the airport. That appears to have been substantiated, but that situation appears to have been resolved. Police and army were able to retake control of Guadalajara Airport. We don't have information about casualties yet, but the gunmen never reached the tarmac. We're seeing videos shared online of burning planes or the whole city on fire. Those are seem to be fake news. In Puerto Vallarta, the cruise port appears to have had a fire set there, preventing access. But again, those situations could probably be resolved in the next few hours to days with perhaps some casualties, but a limited number. The problem is that Guadalajara is going to be a World Cup city in 5 months. Puerto Vallarta is one of the biggest tourism destinations in Mexico and a constant place that Americans visit. That sort of reputational damage takes months or years to recover from. So what the CJNG has done here is, in an outburst of violence that might be controlled, create long-lasting economic ramifications for Mexico and the United States.
Yeah, okay, well, like, not for the United States. Fucking, oh no, our economy's gonna suffer because Americans can't spend money in Mexico? Okay, that's retarded. But the cartels don't give a shit. They have their own economy that's based and completely out of fucking Mexico. They don't give a shit. They're an international fucking drug business. They don't give a shit that fucking Mexico's economy's hurt. Like, if Mexico's economy is hurt, they don't feel it at all. They don't give a shit.
I don't expect the violence in the medium to long term to be in the cities. I expect it to be in rural Mexico, in small town Mexico, where the drugs are going through, where the fentanyl's being manufactured, where the migrants are being smuggled, where the oil is being stolen. Because those are the areas where there are no tourists, there are few cameras, and the violence can happen almost with impunity. And that is a problem that Mexico is going to have to figure out. And I don't.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Interested in helping them because the U.S. was very focused on El Mencho. What happens next is open for debate.
And the Defense Department says that during this operation to capture El Mencho, the Mexican troops came under fire. They ended up killing a total of 7 people, including the cartel leader. They also seized some armored vehicles, other arms, and rocket launchers, they say. So how big of a...
Ranger Vault said, I just wonder which cartel the Jewish princess / president of Mexico is aligned with, because the government just likes to get rid of competition, not stop the drug cartels. Sinaloans? She's aligned with the Sinaloan cartel.
Blow will this have to the cartel's operation, or might it weaken this powerful cartel there in Mexico?
The arrests and seizures of weaponry and killings outside of El Mencho are trivial. The Jalisco cartel has thousands of members and has enough weaponry to arm a small army. El Mencho was the cult of personality at the center of this cartel. Every video that they did showing their strength, every video that they did killing one of their opponents, every banner that they put up in their territory always ended with the same phrase: Somos la gente del Señor Mencho. We are the people of Mr. Mencho. He really ruled with an iron grip, and that's what I mean by his removal is so dangerous. Because when you have a cartel, and it's unique in Mexico, not even El Chapo with the Sinaloa cartel had this sort of soul power. El Mencho founded the Jalisco cartel. No other person has ever come close to toppling him, and no one really knows what happens next. So it is definitely going to weaken the Jalisco cartel. I don't even know if the Jalisco cartel is going to survive in its present form, because it is now very tempting for these lieutenants to go out on their own, either to maintain their own operations and keep the money, or to try and take control of the entire CJNG empire.
Beyond that, dude, some of these lieutenants are probably just worried that they're going to get fucking whacked, dog. It only takes one of them to be a fucking little bit of a Looney Tooney for fucking all the other ones to be a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I mean, to be honest, like, a lot of them are probably going to end up fighting and shit and going back and forth and waging fucking war on each other just because they're doing it before the other guy does. You're going to trust you're going to trust the other dudes who were murdering and fucking and torturing and people and fucking made all their money shipping fucking fentanyl to the U.S.? No. It's not. No.
Chris, we really appreciate your insight here. Anything else that you want to point out about this cartel, the significance of what happened today in Mexico, or what you're going to be watching moving forward here?
Yeah, I want to make one thing very, very clear. While El Mencho, again, needed to face justice, is one of the most influential drug traffickers in the history of North America, his removal in itself doesn't stop the drug flow. His removal will weaken one cartel temporarily. There are always more kingpins. There are always more drug traffickers. The demand for drugs in the United States and the potential for criminal violence and enrichment in Mexico is such that within a few weeks to a few months, that situation is going to be normalized. So removing El Mencho is a positive step, but it can cause more instability, and that instability can cause more violence, and that violence can cause a greater amount of drugs and a greater amount of money for the cartels. So net positive, I'm not sure we can say that.
We will definitely be watching to see what comes next. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your insight here, Chris.
My pleasure, Shauna.
Okay, real quick before I go back to Mexico, I found the most ignorant thing I've ever seen in fucking in Total Wine and More. Which one do I have? Yes, I have that.
Hello and welcome to Kentucky Brew Reviews. I'm Radar.
Special K, and tonight we have Big Sips Jugs. This is Purple Punch. It's 1 liter wine and cocktail.
I'm here against my will.
16% alcohol by volume. This thing costs $15 for this. $15 for a liter of purple drink. Like, come on. It's got a "Hello, my name is" on it for some reason.
There's another flavor of this that we didn't get.
We didn't get the fruit punch, but we will have the Merca flavor.
I hate this so much.
So,
bro, I hate this so much. You're drinking out of Stella Artois glasses. Stella is one of the worst beers on the fucking planet. It's expensive Mickey's. You have Bird Dog on the fucking shelf. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. You have Apple and Peach Bird Dog up there. You are not above this.
I picked up 3 of these, and out of the 3 I picked up, only 1 wasn't leaking when I picked it up. They were all leaking.
It was already leaking?
Yeah. New ones from the store.
Oh, you got 3? I thought you only got 2.
I got 2, but I picked up 3 at the store, and they kept leaking. 16% alcohol by volume.
And it's got a name tag.
Oh, it's got a seal on it.
Why does it have a seal?
Because black people will often open drinks up in a store and drink out of them and put them back.
Is this supposed to be for more than one person? 11% alcohol, I guess.
This is made for a college kid to pick up and just drink out of.
100%. This is for stupid children to drink out of. I hate everything about this product.
We pretty much filled up 2 glasses. That was most of it.
It's very purple.
So $15, like I said. 16% alcohol. It's pretty high. That's a pretty high ABV. It's very purple.
I think I hate this more than what are they called? The other teenager drink. What the hell is that?
Hypnotic?
No, it's the malt beverage. Four Loko. I hate this more than Four Loko.
You can smell the booze in there. It smells like fake grape.
That's a lot of fake grape. That's a suspicious amount of fake grape.
I bet it's gonna burn. Burn real good. You want to eat them French fried taters?
You should not have filled these.
They have that at Total Wino? Yes, they do.
So high.
It's very reminiscent of the blueberry thing we just drank. Remember the wrestling drink we just had? It's bad.
No way. You guys are wrestling fans? I would have never guessed.
It's bitter on the end.
It is bitter. It's very bitter.
I took a big old drink of that. That was not okay.
The grape flavor is like grape Robitussin.
Okay. So these guys suck. And if you think I seen this Big Sips and didn't buy it, you're fucking crazy. Also, I'd like to point out that mine is slightly different than theirs. Mine is branded Big Sips Jugs Purple Punch by Waka Flocka. Hell yeah, nigga. I got Waka Flocka purple drink with alcohol in it, dog. So, I do believe what Waka? What Waka? Flocka! Actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. Hell yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, elemental, K, Waka!
Oh, man, shout it. You got that stupid fruity swag, shout it.
Just shout it.
Waka!
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H,
If I could get the fucking thing open.
P, waka, 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 bow, 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 yeah, 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 waka, 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 Q-R-S-T-U-D-W-I-X-N.
Bro, I literally can't get it open. What the fuck? The fucking lid is on there so goddamn tight. Bro, if I was drunk, I'd never get this fucking thing open. What the fuck? Oh my god. Holy shit. It's got like no grip on it either. What the fuck? Ah, there we go. I finally got it open. All right, cool. All right. My wife just texted me and asked if I could take a picture of it. She's probably trying to send it to somebody. Hold on. I want to get Waka on the screen. All right. Camera. No, I want the flash just on. God damn. Hold on. I'm trying to get a decent shot with Waka in it. Perfect. There we go. All right, sorry about that. Pain in my fucking ass, woman. All right, let's check it out.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N
Oh my god, it's one of the worst things I've ever tasted. That is terrible. Hobo chili recipe. You completely and utterly underestimate my liver's ability. But I drink far above my weight class. far above my weight class. I can keep up with Mersh. That is legitimately one of the worst things I've ever tasted in my life. It is so bad. It is very medicine-y. Does it taste like grape cough syrup? Yeah, kinda, actually. Like, it doesn't taste like... This is weird. Because it doesn't taste like grape cough syrup. But it does have that same vibe to it. If that makes sense. Like, it doesn't taste like medicine, but it evokes the same natural response that you would have if you drank medicine. What are you, $1.30? Probably like $1.40 these days. To be honest with you. Which is fat for me, dude. Like, I'm fucking... Ugh. I've been losing weight. Like, I've been fucking absolutely, like... Fucking... Like, cutting all the dog shit out of my life. Like, I fucking... I don't drink energy drinks anymore, really. I barely smoke weed. Like, I have a fucking... I haven't bought weed in like months now, and like the only like I have a THCA cart, and like it's lasted me like a month now. I don't fucking like eat a shitload, like none of that jazz, dog. I've been cutting back on drinking like severely. Like usually when I drink now, I'll have like 1 or 2 beers. Like that's pretty much it. Like I do still get drunk on stream, but like fucking it's not that often anymore, man. Would it have been better if you drank it out of a Stella glass? Yeah, if I let it aerate. What's up, Ant? He looks like someone with dingleberries in his beard. 140, damn. Yeah, but I'm only 5'4", so like that's grotesque for me. Like I'm not like obese, but like I got like a little bit of a gut, and I don't like it. I've basically never been over 110 in my entire fucking life until I had kids. And then like during COVID and shit, I got up to like 150, almost 160, and I felt fucking gross, dude. It was like a miracle back in the day when I hit 110. Like I had to try to put on weight. Like for like while I was doing drugs and shit, I literally weighed like 90 pounds. Like fucking Kelly Cat Tip 5 and said, "Good job, Virgie." Fucking, you don't need to congratulate me on being a normal person. Renee said, "I quit drinking on account of I keep acting like a drunk asshole." Clumsy said, "I'm 138 and 5'7.5", but I'm a bit jacked." Hell yeah, brother. Hobo said, "You're all a bunch of anorexic bitches. Try being fat like me." Shut up, Hobo. You're like fucking gigantic. You're like a scary monster man. You fucking psycho. Shut the fuck up. Fucking Hobo is like ripped and fucking terrifying looking. This motherfucker comes in here talking about some, y'all should be fat like me. Fuck you, you asshole. I wish I had the dedication that you do and fucking to like fucking get that fucking rip, dog. Fuck off, you piece of shit. And speaking of telling people to fuck off, you can tell me to fuck off, which is more than likely what you're going to do when I say, "Hey, you can give me money." That would be cool. Give me money. You donate to the stream. I am fucking so broke right now. I am going to grift off my wife's injury and tell you how injured she is, and her knee is all fucked up, and she's in a leg brace, and cannot work as much as she usually does. And I need you to help me pick up the slack so that she doesn't divorce me. Please, God, help me. She will fucking leave me, bro. Click that little green money mark down there at the bottom. Or if you're on YouTube, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Virgie. That would be super cool. Thank you so much in advance, because you're totally going to give me money, because this was a super great show. This was great. I mean, this is fantastic content. That's what Aaron Imholt tells me is like his show's great, and most of his show is begging for money. So if that's the case, then begging for money makes a great show. Please give me money. We've got a goal here, guys. I don't know if you know that or not. Hold on. Hold on. Where is text? There we go. Text. The goal is for you to give me money. There's the goal. It's right there on the screen now. We have a goal. Let's reach that goal, huh, guys? There you go. The goal is for you to give me money. Woo! Super shilling. You know it's rough for me, dog, because I'm actually shilling. Like, no lie. Like, please, God, give me money. Please, God, help me. There we go. We'll put it right. We'll put it right there. We'll put it right there. We'll stretch it out on the bottom and make it all big. The goal is for you to give me money. Cheeseburger 6 bought 10 beers and said, always appreciate your take on current events. Hope Miss Virgie is healing up okay. Yeah, she's got surgery soon. She has surgery in like early March, and hopefully that goes all good. Hopefully she dies, and then I just get her insurance payout. But like, if that doesn't happen, you know, fucking. Please, God, don't let my wife die because I made a stupid joke on my goddamn retard stream. Please, God, don't leave me with these kids alone. But she has surgery in March. It's gonna be kind of extensive because I can't remember exactly what the fuck she told me that what all they have or what the surgeon's plans are. She told me them the other day, and I just can't for the life of me remember at the moment. I know that they have to like, because like MRIs don't really like MRIs and X-rays and shit don't really. They give like surgeons a good idea of what's going on, but they don't really really tell them exactly, you know, what they're dealing with. So like they get in there a lot and things aren't even remotely what they thought they would be. So the surgeon is guessing more than likely that she's gonna have to like rebuild her MCFL, I think is the one. And I can't remember what the fuck she said they were going to do about her ACL. And then also while she's in there, she's going to check out the meniscus and shit and make sure that wasn't damaged because like it could be damaged slightly with everything. The surgeon was throwing around the terms like unusual and atypical and I've never fucking seen this before. How the fuck did you do this to yourself? A lot. So she's not exactly positive on things, but like she estimates in the very least it's going to be like a 3-hour surgery. So fun. Oh, I played last night bought 5 beers and put an eye for the in tower that was going and said I tried to buy this towards the tower on Rumble, but Rumble sucks all the ass in the world. It does. It really does. Hold on. My fucking dog is driving me up a wall. All right, I'm back. Okay. uh Thank you, Lucas. My wife just texted me your fucking PayPal, you piece of shit. Lucas tipped 20 and said, for the cool new robot legs. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Hey, and over here, Gary Maricano tipped $1 and said, Confucius say man who wears suspenders have no real need to pick up slacks. It's fucking retarded. Dan Snot tipped 5 and said, give me money. Money me. Money now. And Rhea tipped 5 and said, money please. But all jokes aside, I'm going to say a prayer for her. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you, dude. Really, I do. I appreciate all you guys. You know me. I try not to be a fucking shill faggot, but, like, I'm, like, really broke right now. And fucking, my wife is injured. And I know it's gay and shit to, like, grift off, like, but, like, legit. Like, I am broke, and I'm telling you why I'm broke and why I'm shilling. Because hold on. My fucking kids are, like, screaming. I don't like shilling. It feels I don't know, man. I don't like e-begging, which is basically what you're doing every time you fire up a fucking stream. Like really, like let's be honest, dude. Every time you fucking like hop on a stream, you're e-begging, whether you fucking say it or not. And that already kind of feels icky to me in a way. Like I don't know, dude. It just does. I wish I had like enough people and dedication and shit and like all that jazz to just stick. I don't know, man. I really wish I could just paywall shows and then like do my streams regular and just have everybody like throw me $5 a month or something like that. And pay for the content if they want it or not. Like I don't know. There's just something fucking I really just don't like about the fucking the begging and shilling and shit. So I mean, like if I don't know, it's gross and fucking. But I gotta do it. I have to, and it sucks, and I don't like it. But it fucking is what it is. That's how this gig is fucking monetized, and that's how you make fucking money off of it. Until you get to like a Mike David point where you can just go, fuck it, I'm paywalling. And paywall everything and just let people fucking sign up if they want or don't. But like, I don't know, man. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to be grifting a little harder than lately. Just know that I don't like it any more than anybody else does. I love you too, hun. Shill Max King. Everyone else is doing it. I know. I just I don't know, man. I should just fucking drop the moral faggotry and the fucking like all that other fucking retard shit and the fucking pride or whatever the fuck it is that makes me not want to do it. And just shill to my fucking heart's content. But like I don't know, man. I just can't. At least, like, you know, when I'm grifting, you know I'm honestly grifting for an honest reason. You know, like, if I was constantly begging and shilling for money every fucking stream and constantly begging everybody to fucking donate and constantly reminding people to give me money, Then when I fucking came up with some fucking like personal tragedy to fucking to fucking add to the shill, you'd know it was insincere and shit like that. At least because I don't do that all the fucking time when I'm actually going, hey, like, I need some fucking money. You know that it's like a sincere fucking, like, I'm not just like straight up grifting. I'm like, no, dude, like, please help me. Because you're not a fag like Aaron or Pool Noodle Legs Johnny, right?
Вон видно какие-то очаги возгорания. Но первое началось он там оттуда, с гор где-то.
Gary Maricano said, hey, while you're at it, drop the regular faggotry too.
Здесь все еще валит дым. Хлопки какие-то ебашат, что-то они там, видимо, взрывают. Вон вижу еще новый дым появился. Откуда это? Прям с Маликона, что ли? Хуй знает. А, вон еще, кстати, появился дым. Ну, что-то, короче, какие-то, видимо, разборки картеля.
Yeah, bro, it's just fake news. All the explosions and fire and shit all over Mexico it's all fake news.
Блин, похоже, они тут...
The women screaming out in the streets and shit, and everything being on fire and gunshots and whatnot, and people, it's all fake news. Don't believe your lying eyes. Mexico's still great. Oh no, not the OXXO! That's like Mexico's 7-Eleven. The place that all the Mexicans on VR chat hang out is literally an OXXO market. It's hilarious. There probably was a rooster. It's fucking... The Afterburn podcast.
Major events are unfolding in the Jalisco State.
Yeah, no, I don't want to listen to you. I don't care. This guy, Lord Bebo, covers a lot of fucking, like, major events and shit. And he's been posting a lot of decent fucking videos and shit. What do we got here? There's the roosters. God, how awesome would it be if Ralph just got shot by a stray bullet? Jesus! Hobo said, so if we watch a video of Ralph getting beheaded, what's the first thought that's gonna go through your head? LOL. LMAO even. Literally, it's gonna just be LOL. That would be so wild. Bro. Can somebody can somebody get into the cartel's ear and tell them that there's a fucking American expat living out of hotels? That fucking has shitloads of money. He's just a quirky guy. Like, bro, yeah, he's just like a quirky American that like wants to be connected to like normal people. He's really got like billions of dollars in his account and like a bunch of people in America. He's got like 8 Bitcoin, dude. Like, fucking all you gotta do is get him to unlock his phone. Fucking Hobo said that was definitely a couple LMGs. And they have them, dude. The cartels are running, like, actual H&K fucking military gear and shit like that, dude. Because, like, H&K got into, like, a shitload of trouble because they were, like, sending weapons to the cartels and shit. And, like, they still do. It's just that now the cartels use law enforcement agencies that they've corrupted to make the orders for them. Like, Mexican law enforcement buys a fuckload of H&K gear. And all the fucking Mexican law enforcement are running like American-made ARs. So, you do the math. Fucking. Like, dude, they had that guy that was caught recently in America with, like, some weird, like, some wild trafficking shit. That video where, like, the cop jumps up on the fucking hood and, like, pops rounds into the car. There was a dude, and the guy he shot was a guy running a fucking ump with an EOTech and a magnifier on it. Like a real ump. Like a fucking full auto ump. Lucas said they have fucking anti-air. Yeah, they literally do. Like, a lot of the cartels have limited anti-air capacity. Yeah, fuck off, H&K. Sending automatic weapons to the cartels is the ATF's job. Bro, it's just fake news. Dude, it's all just fake news. It's not as bad as the media is portraying it. Whoa, hold on. Okay, that's a converted APC. That's a pickup that fucking has had a bunch of shit welded onto it. But that being said, that's a fucking MG on the back of it. Like, bro, Mexican technicals go so hard. Dude, you are way too close to be filming like this. That's a lot of fucking rounds going off, dog. A lot of big fucking rounds. Okay, so there's your confirmation. Hobo in the chat just said they must be using mortars, and I'm sure there's a couple foot mobiles with RPG tubes. Bro. Yeah, I would fucking say so. Okay, you already posted that one. Yo, Mexico is a fucking insane place. Who the fuck would want to live there? Imagine fucking up your life so hard in America, you look at Mexico like, this is way better than fucking America. Fuck yeah, I get tortas all goddamn day and I don't even have to pay my child support. Which I'm fraudulently using my dead mother's PayPal account to avoid taxes and such. The A-logs of Ralph, like, I don't know if they've picked up on this. The reason he's using his dead mother's PayPal account is to avoid being taxed. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but just because you're an expat living in Mexico doesn't mean you don't pay taxes in America. You're still an American citizen. They're going to get their fucking tax money out of you. You're an American citizen using American companies, getting paid by American citizens to do your things that are broadcast to America. They don't give a shit that you're in Mexico any more than they would give a shit that you're in Alabama or Georgia. Like, it's the same fucking difference to them. Why has nobody reported Ralph to the IRS yet? Just saying. Not saying I would. Couldn't be me. I wouldn't report him to the IRS. But, you know, just saying. And here's a fun fact about reporting people to the IRS. When you report people to the IRS and you use the correct form to report people to the IRS, you are legally obligated to a certain percentage of the funds collected. So, like, if you report fucking Ralph to the IRS and they fucking immediately, like, take his bank accounts and shit or whatever and freeze his funds and take the funds from it, you get, like, I think it's like 15% or something like that. So you'd get, like, I don't know, like $40. That's pretty rad. The cartel might get El Gunto before the IRS. El Gunto. We should start... No. No, hold on. I like your idea. Let me improve upon it, Gary. La Gunta. Don't give him a masculine. Don't give him El Gunto. La Gunta. Because he's not a man. He is not a man. Bruh. Bro, the cartel has fucking choppers. Okay, that's that's Mexican military. But I don't see why they're like... Is that Mexican military with their fucking technicals? Is the Mexican military running technicals? I mean, that would make sense, I guess, to be honest with you. Squinch said LOL. Good point.
Es ese.
Ambulancia.
You know what it is, Mona?
No.
When you smell it like something like, that's my better fucking droga, homie. That's my mejor, porque yo empecé con ella oliéndola.
Mona. For how long?
Por, pues, ¿cuánto tiempo? Pues, esa madre cuando tú la hueles, te la dejas un minuto en tu nariz, empiezas a ver, alucinar, ves cosas raras, ¿me entiendes?
Okay, and when you commit a hit, are you also high?
Sí, homie, sí.
When you have a big job, what do you smoke or get high on to perform the best?
Fumo y inhalo cristal.
Cristal. What was the first job you ever did?
Por tú no sabes lo que es una mona, no sabes lo que es una mona.
No.
You know what is mona?
No.
When you smell it like something like, that's my better fucking.
Mona? Is it GHB? Dog, why are you filming and not like, I don't know, holding a gun?
Uy, balazos.
No.
No mames. No mames, vámonos.
Guárdense.
Uy, balazos.
No.
No mames, vámonos.
Guárdense.
Mexican Army helicopters, including Blackhawks, fly over and inspect compounds in the city. Mexican Air Force Black Op. Moda is weed. Okay. I don't know that spick talk, dog.
Eso, vete pa'l lobo.
Bro, they were fucking ripping someone up.
A la verga.
This is so wild. This is in the same fucking hemisphere as us, dude. This is a country you can drive to. Like, this is fucking insane. America should absolutely dominate every fucking country that connects to it. Like, why are we letting this happen just south of our border? We could walk in there with our fucking shoes on and, like, immediately make this entire country a livable fucking space. Why the fuck aren't we doing that? Like, honestly, you want to stop illegal immigration? You want to stop illegal immigration in the U.S.? Like, a large portion of it? Annex Mexico. Like, legit. Like, I hope this shit pops off, and I hope it fucking, just fucking descends into the most horrible shit on the face of the planet. So that we have every fucking reason to step into fucking Mexico. Like, of all the places on Earth where boots on the ground are fucking justified, it's Mexico. We should absolutely be going into Mexico and fucking slaughtering every fucking cartel and occupying Mexico. And then, once we occupy Mexico, we should just fucking turn everybody that fucking comes to Mexico the fuck away. It's a war zone. You're not allowed to come through Mexico. Bam! Illegal immigration solved. Oh, no. I mean, like, they can be Puerto Rico underneath of us. I mean, they are already essentially a vassal state, like, not to the degree that Canada is, but, like, Canada is absolutely a fucking vassal state. Like, their entire economy could be completely and utterly fucking destroyed just by us closing our northern border and going, no, we don't need any of your shit here. Like, they don't have any means to actually defend themselves. Their economy is completely and utterly fucking based off of selling shit to America. They fucking like they're a fucking vassal state, dude. Like, we already own Canada. Like, we just give them too much fucking leeway. Like, the moment boots hit the ground in Canada, who do you think's gonna actually be defending Canada? Canadian troops? What, all 30 of them? No, dude, it's gonna be fucking Americans in fucking Canada. Because we have a vested interest in people not making it past Canada. With air support.
Los niños, mete a los niños. No mames, no mames, no mames. Güey, están tirando. Mete a los niños, mete a los niños. No mames, no mames, no mames. Ya están tirando, métanse. Vete a la verga, no es cierto.
Hobo said, I've worked with Canadian forces. They stink, and anyone that tells you otherwise can kiss my ass. Yeah, because they don't have any actual serious training. It's all LARPing and pretend bullshit, dude. They have the lowest standards of any fucking Western military on the fucking planet because they know, like, they absolutely are incredibly aware of the fact that any conflict in which Canadian forces are required to participate, the Americans in Europe are already there. Like, they are the biggest... their military is the biggest LARP on the face of the fucking planet. I could take a fucking team of airsofters and hand them actual ARs, and they would wipe the fucking floor with Canadian Special Forces. They would fucking dominate them. Like, their military is a fucking joke from top to bottom. Nothing they do is serious in any way, shape, or fucking form, dude.
No seas cabrón. No puedo creerlo. Qué chingón. Hoy, Dios santo. Dios santo. Señores, es aquí en el Grullo reportando. Se empezó el desmadre ahora sí. Ni salgan. Ni salgan. Güey, están tirando. Métanse. Métalos.
Arriba los cabrones.
Like, legit, your average fucking airsoft milsim LARPer would fucking smoke a Canadian Special Forces unit. Yo, what?
Güey. No mames, güey. ¿Se bajaron todos? Güey, revísame. Estoy bien, estoy bien. ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás sudando? Mira, güey, nomás se me quedó aquí la puta ojiva. Hija de su puta madre, güey.
Is that the whole round?
Casi me carga la verga, ¿viste? Mira. Me pelaron la verga, güey. ¿Tiraste? Sí, güey, aventé, güey. No mames, güey. ¿Se bajaron todos? No mames, güey, revísame. Estoy bien, estoy bien. ¿Estás bien? ¿Estás sudando? Mira, güey, nomás se me quedó aquí la puta ojiva, hija de su...
What the fuck?
Sí, estoy grabando. No,
No, estás como si nada. Vámonos para atrás. Tómale video, hijo de su puta madre. Súbete. Súbete. Tranquila, ya pasó todo. Tranquila.
Uy, qué pedo. Ay, la señora.
Súbanse.
¡Ey!
No pasa nada, ya no pasa nada, ya se quedaron allá.
Sí, estoy grabando. No.
Here, what did you send, D-Ball?
Tricking her should be easier.
Escaping from Canadian Alcatraz. Hold on.
Tricking her should be easier than escaping from Canadian Alcatraz.
Can I go through here? Just be back by bedtime. Okay.
What?
Well, I've had a real Virtual Boy for a long time, and my video on this seems to be about the only positive review that ever existed. So when Nintendo announced that they were releasing a Switch version of the Virtual Boy, I was all in right from the start. These boxes just arrived, this one's a bit squished, and this notice makes me grumpy. Must be delivered to consumer on Tuesday 17th February 2026. It's the friggin' 18th. I was a grumpy James yesterday. James' wife even said, "What's wrong with you today?" I said, "My Nintendo plastic didn't arrive." I was watching everyone else posting their brand new Virtual Boy things, and I had nothing. But now it's here. We're gonna do a side-by-side with the car Virtual Boy stuff on it. I really like that, actually. That's a nice touch. And, I mean, it's alright. It's not heaps uncomfortable or anything. The cardboard doesn't actually touch my face, just the plastic. And currently a lot of light gets in. On the original Virtual Boy, that would be a huge problem. I don't know if it's going to be with the Switch. We'll find out. This is what we're really here for, isn't it? The original Virtual Boy came out 31 years ago. I don't know why they missed the 30th anniversary for this thing. Maybe they were still in denial about the Virtual Boy having ever existed. It was their biggest failure after all. Oh man. This outer box has a Nintendo part number. Does that mean it needs to be in my collection? Cardboard shipping boxes don't display well. They take up a lot of space, and it hurts my soul to throw out anything made by the original manufacturer. What are these slots for? Have they repurposed the box from something else? Yeah, this is all factory packaged into this cardboard shipping box. And there's no packing in this box at all, so any dents that come through the outer cardboard, they're going straight into the inner cardboard. Take that, collectors. We got another dent here. Is that gonna transfer through? I bet it will. Well, I might have gotten lucky. There's a single sheet of cardboard to spread the load a little bit. Well, I've got some creases in the corner here. There's a little tear here that looks like it's just from the cardboard folding. We've got something trying to escape outwards from inside the cardboard. Yeah, we got another manual we can't be bothered reading. And this is the adapter for different Switch models. We'll just put that aside for the moment. Look at this. This thing came out 31 years ago, and this one came out yesterday. Something I've been wondering is whether they're not. They're not real. These things on top are not real. The original Virtual Boy has a control here to set how far apart your eyes are from each other, and another one here for the focus. 2026 Virtual Boy, they're just decoration. They are real separate pieces of plastic though. They didn't just mold them into the casing and paint them. Completely redesigned. I really had hoped that you'd be able to buy these new foam shields and just put them straight on the old Virtual Boy and not be able to tell any difference. I suspect they aren't going to fit, and if they do, you're definitely going to be able to tell. In fact, let's have a look right now. Okay, maybe not right now. The red lenses are removable. I haven't got far enough to figure out how yet. We'll try that later, but not right now. On the bottom, it's really obvious they redesigned where your face goes. The new one has heaps of extra plastic bits here, and the old one has none. There are a few things that have been changed just to accommodate a Switch fitting in there. That's why the mount is so much taller on the new one. You can see the bottom of the Switch sits in it. The original Virtual Boy has a volume control, a headphone jack, an EXT port, and a controller port. For those who don't know, the new Switch Virtual Boy thing, it just takes a Switch and uses all the electronics in the Switch. This thing doesn't have any electronics in it at all, but they've at least added those parts to the molding so that they're there for decoration. I like that. So far, I'm pretty impressed by the amount of work they've put into the aesthetics of this thing. They've done well. Look, they've even kept this screw notch on the Switch version, even though there's no screw there. But now's my first complaint. If you have an original Switch and not a Switch 2, you need to have your own Phillips head screwdriver if you want to be able to use this thing. The Switch 2 adapter is screwed on by default, and you have to unscrew it to screw the Nintendo Switch version on. They didn't supply even the cheapest, nastiest little screwdriver. For me, this isn't an issue, but for a lot of people, it's gonna be. And for those of you who are interested like I am, yes, I'm going to try this adapter on the original Virtual Boy. I'm going to take apart both with the camera for the moment so that we can see everything, because I don't have a lens that gets as close to the eyepieces as my eyes will. Of course, you won't get any 3D throughout this video at all, which is a shame because it's kind of the whole point of the Virtual Boy. But the games we have on launch are 3D Tetris, Galactic Pinball, Golf, a Japanese a better view, maybe. Whoa, they're in color. I still can't get a good picture, but it's in color. There's no way the games are going to be in color though, surely. No, I knew that they wouldn't be. They couldn't have been. I had a heck of a time getting this to even focus as well as it is now, so I'm not sure if it's coming through on the footage, but you can actually see the pixels of the Switch screen. It's probably my only complaint so far compared to the original Virtual Boy. This is a pretty good recreation. I'm actually impressed. Here's some footage from my last Virtual Boy video playing this exact same game. I reckon it's close enough, especially with the red lenses in. It's red. Oh, $2. Give you $2. Let's see if this thing's actually translated. So far, no. This looks exactly like the Japanese version of the game. The Japanese version actually was in English for all of the gameplay. So if there was any translation done, it would be the end credits, and I'm not playing that far through this game. This is actually a kind of a survival horror game. Yeah, kill you. I've got no...
Why did they do... Nintendo is retarded. They're fucking retarded. Anyways... go watch Mersh. I'm gonna post his thing here. Raid. Mersh. Go watch Mersh. Go watch him. He's Mersh, and he does Mersh things. And Mexico is burning, and he's been on his fucking Ralph kick, so I'm sure he's talking about Ralph and Mexico and Mersh and whatever. Goodbye. Go away.